similar to the young Marcus Garvey at the desk. Used to have to push up. Now I hardly got the press. Got 2 guns, they both lead the cardiac arrest. My success got suckers' souls on, blowing steam like a cup of coffee. Click, pow, get these fuckers off.
Redirect podcast, and you're tuned in for a special episode. It's gonna be lyrical,
super lyrical.
There's gonna be schemes,
overly lyrical,
lots of schemes.
And to make it even better, I brought more lyrics to coast host. I brought
host of the whole coast.
That's
nigga.
Actually fire on the low.
Super
coast
fire.
Yeah.
The coast host. That's my new shit.
Mm-hmm.
Coast host.
I brought more lyrics to co-host the original lyrics that was already gonna be here. Oh my god!
FitX.
Pin himself.
Yo,
Chilla Jones, man.
We here, man. What's good, man?
Oh my god! And I got Ness Lee in the building.
I already did that, but
yo, bars over bars over bars divided by bars, PEMDAS, parentheses,
Facts.
bars, exponents, bars minus division,
quadratic,
bars. So, Chilla Jones. You know how I do. I'm a historian. I got the ill long form interviews and stuff. But we're gonna start from the beginning.
Okay.
We're gonna start from a time where there was no Chilla Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It was just Jerome.
Mm-hmm.
City called Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Place was Dorchester, man.
Facts.
Take me back to the time where young Jerome, there wasn't Chilla yet, first said, damn, I like this hip hop shit.
Hip hop, it was honestly, it was just a very, very easy, simple story. It's one Christmas.
Beautiful way to start it, by the way.
You found out you had a gift rapping.
It was,
and then you discovered your presence.
That's if you count the other. That's 3.
That's true.
It was one Christmas, and I was expecting a particular gift. You know, as kids, you tell your parents, oh, "I want this, I want that, I want that." And you know what I'm saying? You wait until that gift pop up. Anyway, I think it was like a SNES or a fucking bike. I don't even remember. But, you know, in waiting for my SNES or my bike to pop up, I'm opening my other gifts. One gift I got was the blueprint.
Oh, that means your parents was real.
Well, that was from my my brother.
You got to specify. You mean the KRS
That
John.
was from my older brother.
Okay.
That was Jay.
Oh, okay.
That was Jay.
All right.
And I also got.
Oh wow.
And I also got. And I also got. Man, I can't remember the other CD. It didn't get much burn, but it was you know, that Jay-Z Blueprint was, you know, obviously it wasn't my first exposure to hip hop, but it was kind of like the first album that mattered. I think we all have that first album. Like we all hear certain things or hear music, and we're like, oh, that song on the radio was cool, or you know, you get in your boy's car and you're like, oh, this album, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But there's always a point where you hear one song or one album and you're like, this is kind of speaking to me in a different way than, you know what I'm saying, other things have before it. So, you know, that was kind of the time that I fell in love with hip hop. And that was the album that kind of inspired me to write music, to write songs, to write raps.
Is your style inspired originally by Blueprint?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that so much because Jay, even to this day, is still my favorite. But as far as the people who stimulate me mentally, it was branching off of Jay and learning more about people, it was Big Pun, it was Big L, it was you know what I'm saying, it was Nas, it was Eminem, it was Method Man, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was certain other people
attracted to all the lyricists off
you know what I'm saying. So in terms of me writing and putting bars together for the first time, it was Cannabis, it was Cassidy, it was those people that made me want to write punchlines and even just listening to Cannabis, all he raps about is how he's better than you, how he's a better battler than you,
even
how
in
he'll
saying
battle
that,
you, how he'll, you know what I'm saying?
Even in saying that, none of them other niggas got that slickness in their flow that Jay got, that you got. So I can hear a little influence in that, though.
Right,
you know
for sure. You know, so that, as far as like my writing process and all that, you know what I'm saying, maybe it's a fusion of Jay and some other people, but you know, consciously Jay and the Blueprint specifically is kind of what got me into the hip hop realm.
So what point, you know, for some of us it was in the lunchroom, some of us it was watching 106 in Park, for some of us it was getting smoked by somebody when you went to their neighborhood.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And you realized you had to get better. What was a moment where you were like, let me try my hand in battle rap?
So battle rap, you know, I want to say I was first exposed to it on 106, and I mean, it was cool, you know what I'm saying, because it's like, you know, 30 seconds or whatever. It was a very short exposure to it, you know what I'm saying. But there was one day, went to my boy crib after school. He had a studio in his basement. So we used to go over there, fuck around, record our voices, make music, you know what I'm saying, record over instrumental, stuff like that. And he goes, yo, my cousin showed me this rap battle. It's crazy. I want to show it to you. Pops it in his Xbox, the very first Xbox.
What's your boy's name? You guys shout him.
Jason.
Shout out Jason, man.
Jason,
we see
man.
you, man.
Jason from the Valley.
You the reason that the pen is king.
And it was Mook and Lux. And
Poppy. Back when he was Poppy.
Pop Lux.
Yeah, Pop Lux.
You know what I'm saying? And it was very like comparing it to the 106. It was just so much more. It was kind of like that same feeling I got listening to the Blueprint. It was just like, yo, I've heard music. Now the Blueprint is music in a different way that touches me different. Pause. Now this battle is different than the other battles that I've been exposed to on 106 or on whatever TV or whatever. And that battle, like, literally made me go watch, you know, Rex and Miles, made me go watch Rex and Uncasa, made me go watch J Mills and Sire Castro, like all the smack, you know what I'm saying, all like the smack battles and all the smack joints.
Who won that battle to you?
Which one?
Mook and Lux.
I thought Lux won.
Did you know there was 99 unaired battles? Or did you just find that out like 2 years ago when they released it?
Nah, no, you know what I'm saying? Like at the time it was like I didn't realize that these dudes were battle rappers. I just thought they were niggas that made music that were just battling. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, but I didn't even realize at that point that Mook was Mook and Lux was Lux and Rex was Rex. It was just like, yo, this is some dude from Harlem, this is another dude from Harlem, this is them battling, okay, cool. It wasn't even a situation where I expected to see any of those guys again. I just thought every battle was just gonna be two new faces that you never even seen or heard before, and there's gonna be a different style, and you know what I'm saying. So it just really kind of, I really developed a liking to it, and the first time I started to battle was right after that in school. You know what I'm saying?
When you saw those battles, were you like, I can watch these niggas? This is written. I ain't got to freestyle. I can beat these niggas.
I don't even know if at that time I realized that. I think I feel like I was one of those naive kids that was like, yo, he's really crazy off the top. You know what I'm saying? I think I think
one of those
as I
guys.
saw, I think I was one of those guys. And the more I started to watch battle rap, the more I kind of realized, okay, there's no way that this is
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way these dudes is thinking about all of this right now. This has to be a situation where this is something off your mixtape or this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
hold on. Let's capture something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that first battle you had in school?
I do.
Describe it.
I do. So Boston Latin Academy was the battle I had.
Shout out Boston Latin.
Boston Latin Academy.
Super women.
And
I gotta write down Boston Latin Academy. You got super.
We in the lunchroom.
They're high school age. Don't do it.
And
people
it was literally like a like going 4 bars back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was freestyle. It wasn't nothing red.
What was dude's name?
His battle name was like Lil Demon, I think.
Lil Demon.
And
Lil, like Lil Bow Wow.
What was your rap name at the time? It had to be something
Oh,
crazy.
you tried to escape it. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My rap name at the time was Devil's Advocate.
Lil Demon
Versus
versus
Devil's Advocate. That's why it made sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's why it made sense.
And I forget his real name, but it was like, I think it was like some African name or something. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
And I
It's
hit him.
called
I hit him with some bar.
Mgawa.
It was
Mgawa.
something.
That's
But
his
I
name,
but
Mgawa.
I hit him with some bar like him beating me, y'all got a better chance spelling his name or some shit. I said like
Yeah. That's
and,
fire.
And niggas went crazy.
That was
like,
fire.
I don't know how to spell that nigga name. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was went crazy, but like that was the first time. Like that was the first rush of saying something and making a group of people like kind of react to it and go crazy. You know
So
what I'm
after that, were you like the man to beat in Boston Latin?
Nah, there was actually as I rapped more and as I kind of was using that to meet and network with more people in the school and also outside of the school, there was a ton, and there's still a ton of talent in Boston. But there's a lot of people who I feel like could never stand on stage and let somebody talk to them in a certain way because their mentality just isn't built for it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of like there's a lot of names I can throw out. Salute to the homie Lee Boy, who I think could actually do it, and he's super fire. Prano is a music artist now, but back in the day he was killing niggas in battles. Game Boy was killing niggas in battles. Punchy, Piggy. There's so much talent, and these are just from different. You know what I'm saying? From different parts of the city.
Remember Deese?
Deese is
Deese
crazy.
is still fire.
He just now came back.
Deese is still
I tried
fire.
to get him to battle, so I didn't think he didn't have the bug like that.
He just now
would've been
came back on the scene too.
Word?
Yeah, hit me up on
Deese
Instagram.
is still fire.
Yeah.
He's still fire.
Fire. He had this series called Versus for
I think he's starting that shit back. He's
years,
crazy.
months.
He's
That
fire.
series is fire.
He's fire.
Yeah, one more thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
If you remember about Boston? I remember I saw it was a YouTube video, and I don't know if I was I don't know what age I was. I might have still been in Mass at the time, and they had this thing called barbershop battles.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a YouTube video for it. I'll show you.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly
Dre
what you're talking about.
Robinson was on that.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking Dre Robinson would be the illest, like, battle rapper in that era where, you know, you got the TV exposure and you mixed it with some hot lines, maybe. I thought he was the illest. I remember he had the line was like, don't get mad when I palm the gun. They're going to be like, damn, Dre Robinson. And I was like, yo, J Hood 2004 ball, let's go. Right. Yo, you remember Dre Robinson?
I still know Dre.
A word?
I still know Dre. Dre
Where
fire.
is he?
He's there. He's making music. He's doing his thing.
Yo, shout out Dre Robinson, man.
Yeah, nah. Dre. When Dre stopped doing the barbershop battles, he got heavy into the music, bro. He was He was rocking with DJ Khaled at one point. Like,
I remember he was
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had the joint with Mobb Deep. So, you know, I have records with Dre. Like, you know, Dre is the homie.
Did you do a barbershop battle?
Nah.
Too early for you?
Yeah, that was like before I even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like there was just so much talent, and so I don't think at any point as far as battle rap until years later, I don't think people even really looked at me like that. Like he's the man to beat, or he's the best one out. Like I was just one of many who was fire at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So when was your first battle of like the new age?
So my first battle of the new age was versus Gatman Jones, which is online. It's on YouTube.
What league?
It's not a league. It was so you know, to give you the background, I shifted gears. I started doing music way more, and you know what I'm saying, getting a buzz through music in Boston and through the city, and I was on the radio, and this dude calls up, and he's like, "Yo, Chilla, I heard you used to battle." It's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, I want to battle you." I was like, "Well, I don't really do that no more, bro." But you know, I was like, you know, I'm actually starting a battle league. You know, let's exchange math. Let's, you know what I'm saying, let's do this, let's do that. Which never happened. We never exchanged math, whatever. The next week, I get a call from the radio station while they're on air. It's too Rusty. He's like, "Yo, Chilla, I got Gatman Jones on the line, and he has something he wants to say to you." So it's just more like, "Yo, I gotta battle you, bro. We gotta do this."
On the radio,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, I'm like, you know, I don't mean to, I don't battle no more. Like, it don't interest me. Like, I like watching it, but I don't want to do it. Like, I make music, you know what I'm saying? The next Saturday, same thing. Like it just didn't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where the radio host and, you know, the dude Gatman that was calling me out it just became a topic on that show weekly. And so eventually the dude, radio host named Rusty, I don't know if you're familiar with the spot in Dorchester called the Dublin House, but it's right in Upland's Corner.
Dublin House, yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing an event, and I even forget what it was called, but it was every Monday night.
Yeah.
And it was called Hot 16 Monday nights. And niggas would just, it's almost like an open mic. Niggas would come down and just spit verses. And eventually it became niggas would come down and battle. So the dude that was calling me on the radio goes down there. I guess he washes everybody. And they start having him come back like as a champ, quote unquote, come back. So every Monday he's going down there. People are going up there and spitting 16s. And the minute somebody spits a dope 16, they be like, "Yo, all right, we gonna put you against Gatman." You know what I'm saying? And they had watched him. You know what I'm saying? And some of those battles I think are online too. So finally, after like 5 or 6 weeks, they go back on the radio. They call me again, and he's like, "Yo, my man, you know what I'm saying? He been battling for the past, you know, month and a half. He hasn't lost yet. He's like 6-0. He said he's not gonna come back and battle until you come battle him. He's not gonna battle nobody else. He said nobody else is worthy." I'm like, I really don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was even living in New Hampshire at the time. I was like, I don't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna drive down 2 hours for a 30-minute battle and not get paid, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't interested. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was making music. I was speaking of terminology. I was speaking of slang. I was speaking to you know, a lot of people, and I was telling them about it. They was just like, "Yo,
do it.
You should just go watch him, bro. Just go do it. Like, why not? You never know what kind of buzz can come from it. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't hurt."
What year is this?
This is like I want to say it's early 2011.
I knew it had to be a 2010.
I want to say it's early 2011. Late
battle
2010,
rap was
early
already
2011.
coming into a new era.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you know, so I go down there, and I had just dropped a mixtape called like Freestyle Champ, and it was like just like 38 tracks. It's me spazzing on instrumental. So I had verses for days. So I just went down there. I didn't even really write nothing new. I just went down there with verses and watched them. Just watched them. It's online. You can go watch it. Watched them. Like clear. It was bad. And then they started trying to make me the champion. And I was like, nah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just came up here to meet your challenge.
Right.
I don't want no parts of this. I was like, he can stay here and keep rapping. I just came because you know what I'm saying? Y'all was pretty direct.
So you go down there, you pick this nigga up, and then you drop him back off there.
Yeah.
And that's
you know what I'm saying?
And expect them to keep him the champion.
Right. And that's you know, that was how it started. So then shortly after that, I start Shark Tank. I start my league. I'm building up battlers. The number one battler I'm building up is Interstate Flames. Okay, so I got him headlining my events. I got, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get him big battles. I'm trying to get him money bags from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like
the Interstate Flames is starting to like leak over in the grind time. Like I'm hearing about him.
Yeah. I rock with Interstate.
And I had spoke to him a couple of times, and I was like, oh, dope. Somebody from my city, like let me put a bug in PH ear, and you know what I mean?
And how I got, and this is the crazy part, how I got hit to Interstate Flames in the first place was I saw his grind time tryout, and he gets smoked by Lito.
You had him before the grind time tryout.
He gets smoked by Lito.
I remember that battle. Yeah,
like
Lito was DNA's boy. To tell
he gets smoked by Lito, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, dog, this dude's from Boston. He's getting washed. Yeah, this shit makes me mad.
I felt the same.
This shit makes me mad.
Right.
So I reached out to him like, bro, I see that you battle. Like, let me help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to do the shit. Let me try and, you know what I'm saying? So when I started Shark Tank, he was like the franchise guy. Like, he was the guy that I was building my events around and building him up. You know, so about, you know, a year goes by, or not even a year, maybe like 4 or 6 months goes by. I make him battle another dude, Boston All-Star. They battle. They have a dope battle. Interstate Flames wins and calls me out at the end of the battle. And I'm like,
plot twist, or you knew this was gonna happen?
Plot twist. Plot twist. And I'm like, I said live. I said, I'm not interested. I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of John Hitman me. Like just on Twitter, it was just so relentless of like, yo, so he beat Gatman a few months ago, but he doesn't want to battle me. I feel like that's disrespect because I'm way better than this dude.
After you pushed him.
Yeah. And I don't and don't get me wrong, I don't think it was coming from a negative place. I think it was coming from a competitive place.
I got you.
And I think he was feeling the same way the other dude was feeling at the time after winning a few battles, which is, I need bigger names, I need bigger fish. I don't think anybody around here is better than me. And they say you that guy, so come and see me type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, he John Hitmans me. He makes me so mad on Twitter that I'm like, you know what? If y'all want to see it, I'll do it. So I put together the event. I built the whole event up. We did the battle. We put the battle out. And from there, man, it was like the Orbs calling me. Vague from King of the Ring calling me. Slane was going to Canada and showed, I don't know who he showed from King of the Battle. They wanted to get me on World Dom 2, like, and this is just all off that battle. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't I didn't do no proving ground at that point. It was literally just off that one battle I did in Boston. I had literally every league in the U.S. trying to get me to either try out or be on one of their cards. It was crazy.
This is where I feel kind of special, man, because people didn't know, man.
Right.
Chilla's a grind.
Talk your shit.
Man.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Talk to him.
All the leagues were hitting Chilla.
Right.
But he was a grind time nigga.
Talk to him.
So, what ended up happening is I wanted to start the grind time division in Boston so bad, but it felt like the city wasn't like the way I was able to parlay New York, the way Lush was able to parlay Cali, and I had my hand in all that stuff. And I started feeling bad after a while, like, man, like I gotta get my home city popping. If we can get it popping like some of these other places, make me feel good.
Right.
And shout out Aztec, Ed OG.
Shout out
I mean, Ed OG know my family.
Right.
And so it was kind of like ill that they were already in talks, and so they became a team together. You know what I mean? Aztec was doing a lot of the internet work. Ed OG was doing a lot of the venue stuff and things like that, and just being a good known face in Boston for it. And I remember they had a tryout, and from the tryout, like Maroney, Sean, you know what I mean? Maroney bet on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And 40 bars, we could tell the potential was there, but we could tell she didn't know how to battle people with like a real funny, direct style, but we could see the lyrics were there, and the delivery had to up itself a little bit, but we could see it was there. And we were dealing with cultivating so much talent that like we knew how things were gonna develop.
Right.
And there was another dude, man, I forget his name, but it was like a play off an Asian name. It was like an Asian dude that like did karate. I heard Taekwondo was fire. I never saw his trial footage, but Taekwondo and Maroney was supposed to be like them two dudes that start going to the West Coast and everything. But Taekwondo, something happened and he like couldn't battle no more. Or didn't want to battle.
I don't even know what happened to him. But I remember seeing his tryout. He was fire.
And then you have Gatman, whose name was kind of in the mix, but he didn't try out.
Right.
So we got that first the grind time event where it was you and Sir Loxley, right?
Shout out to Sir Loxley, by the way.
Was that the?
You remember that?
Was
joint?
that the? I remember. I
went
don't
to
remember
that,
if it was the first one because there was
that was
second.
the first one you battled in.
That was the first. That was the first one I battled, but there was also another event I didn't battle, but I was there.
No, I'm just saying the first one you battled in, right?
Yeah,
was that one?
Yeah. It was me. It was me and Sir Loxley. It was
40 and Gatman.
Nope, that was a different. That was the second one. That's why I was trying.
Oh, that's the one I went to.
That's why I was trying to remember. So 40 and Gatman was on that card. Now that was the card that had Maroney and the dude ID from upstate.
Oh yeah,
it had some upstate.
That's
dudes.
where Maroney got popped. And he linked with Slane after that one.
Yeah,
cooked him so bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a Grind Time New York upstate.
Rest in peace ID
versus Boston card.
Yeah.
And it's funny that Gatman was the one who started all this shit, cause 40 smoked him and arrived that day. That was
when 40 was 40.
When she smoked Gatman.
Wow, I gotta watch that. I gotta go back and watch that.
Gatman.
I don't even.
That's not even. That's not on. It's not on internet, is it?
No,
it is. It is. There's like a weird angle of it, but I have the footage somewhere.
Online.
Yeah, it's online. Okay, we'll watch it later. It's mad funny.
True.
But Gatman, like, he did his thing, but it was just like it was too much. There was no preparation.
He spent a lot of that battle coming at me.
Really?
At that time he wanted a rematch so bad,
Salty.
bro.
So, what made you go to Grind Time when you had everything else?
Grind Time when I got deeper into battle rap and the culture and understanding what it was. Grind Time was the main thing that I watched. You know what I'm saying? So it was dudes like Ness, it was John, it was Bricks, it was Blackheart, it was PC, it was M City, it was that whole Grind Time Georgia division. But then there was also, like we were saying earlier, like PT, Double Deuce, Sunny Bamboo, like PT. You know what I'm saying? All these people, like, I watched. So when I heard that Grind Time was having a Boston/New England type of division, I said, this is fire. This is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if you know. I emailed y'all before. And I think at the time I had just sent y'all maybe like freestyles, like YouTube, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just clips of me spitting. Trying to get a tryout. It was right after the Interstate Flame shit. I was so mad.
An email?
Nobody hit me. I think
you should. When he hit you up to start the league, you should have hit him with a "How you like me now, bitch?" and hung up the phone.
Well, I think the thing was Aztec was like filtering through them, and it was a lot to deal with. Yo, when Grind Time was like at its pinnacle, it was a lot, bro.
I'm sure.
All
Yeah.
the videos and
That shit was a
stuff.
lot.
But you
The
definitely
tryouts
like
were lit.
everyone found out about you after a while. I think Shark Tank was a smart business move that helped you like really go, because it made you seem like not only were you dope, but you were like an important person. You had a group of MCs looking up to you. So we had 30, by the way, but so Chilla comes on Grind Time, but it's not really the Chilla now. I think the biggest move was the URL move. I feel like, and just the way you're marketing yourself right now, Grind Time was a different type of beast, and different type of marketing plans, different type of demeanors would have got you popping on different type of leagues.
True.
JC timing was perfect, but something I do want to say is Chilla Jones M City, right? That to me was like the way we used to talk about that behind the scenes was like, yo, that was the battle, yo.
Which one? Chilla JC?
No, in M City.
Oh yeah.
The debut of the like reverse punchline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which came before? Was that before JC?
That was a month before JC.
Okay.
So Chilla Jones got set up to battle M City on the same. Did 40 battle? That was 40 battle precise.
Me and City.
Yeah.
Me and City was a Smack's birthday card. So that was Math's first battle after Calico. He headlined in Battle Marv. It was who else was on that card? Moneybags and Heartless.
That was the Poison Pen John, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Poison Pen TV, like a URL collab with Smack.
And that was 40 didn't battle precise on that card. Did 40 battle on that card?
She was there.
The precise battle someone?
I don't think any females were on that card.
It must have been a different card. But yo, like the legend of Chilla versus M City was like the illest thing.
You know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy is I didn't see M City versus Chilla because at that time, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I hated that style, dog. I hated it like with a passion. So it was like I skipped over that shit.
It was new though.
And I saw. Yeah, but I mean, it was like, you know, it was being in the circle. You know, you hear people doing that shit. It was like I don't like that shit. So then JC versus Chilla came out, and it was like, this is the battle of the fucking century. This is better than everything that happened the next day, and this is just a better battle than all of that shit. And I'm like, it's that nigga that be doing all them other shit. I don't like that. I don't watch that shit. And I actually watched that shit. And this is like after I became a subscriber of JC. I was like, oh shit. He's really writing this shit though. Like he's like a lot of people, they do the schemes and they just name things and they don't make both meanings mean something. Right. And people go crazy because they hear that these things are directly relating to each other. But you were actually making them mean something, both meanings. Right. And it was like I'm sitting there watching, like I want to hate it, and I fuck with JC heavy. But he's doing it better than everybody else, man. And that shit, that's the one that woke me up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think the thing is that JC like made fun of the style, which made it for people who didn't like your style or weren't into breaking down words in battle rap. He made fun of it and he made it watchable for that side, but then he also adapted it into his rounds, which made it more of a battle. Like you ever battle someone without your style and it doesn't even seem like it's a battle. You know what I'm saying? He made it a competitive battle because he brought it to that level, and I feel like he dragged everybody who wasn't interested or maybe was only there because they were a fan of him into that shit and made it more of a showcase of both of y'all digging really deep with words. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, we talked about that battle on countless interviews, but like I remember talking to you and you being like, I'm about to retire soon, bro. Because the battle thing at first, bro, was just like I just didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be the guy to create the monster
that I could set loose on URL or Grind Time or King of the Dot. I wanted to be the Dr. Frankenstein, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying, the monster. So for a long time it was, you know, first I thought I was building up Interstate Flames and then I killed them off. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I helped 40 a lot. I spoke with 40 a lot, and I helped her a lot to hone her craft a little bit. Whereas I think there were people like you and other people that were helping her as far as like everything else, imaging and connections and things like that. But I didn't want to be the monster. I didn't want to be the one battling and you know what I'm saying, doing all this stuff, because I really just wanted to focus on my music. Yeah. And I felt like it was going to take away from that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I felt like at that time I was like, bro, I'm not going to be here for long. Like, I'm just kind of seeing where this goes. And, you know, eventually I thought it was just going to be like, yeah, he does a couple battles. Oh, yeah, he's dope. Okay, now I'll buy my CD and I'm out of here.
Life.
Yeah. Man, that's top
put
5.
20 more years on your battle.
Man, top 5 battle of all time.
And on a level I never
I say 10.
expected. On a level I never expected.
I ain't mad at that.
It was definitely an eye-opening experience, especially because in the building, as dope as the energy was and as great as the vibe was, I didn't leave the building feeling like, yo, I just created I had no idea what I had just done.
But could you tell by Mook and everybody's reactions that it was like something special? You couldn't tell?
No, I knew I was nice. So to see people react, it's less of like a, yo, this is gonna be a classic moment in hip hop history, and it's more of a, they're reacting because I said something that was crazy. But that happens every battle. I made Poison Pen spill his drink. You know what I'm saying? Like I just made that happen. So as people are reacting and as the battle is going on and JC's making them go crazy and I'm making them go crazy, I'm not thinking in my head, yo, this is a classic battle.
But could you tell by his rounds that it was like, this is different? Did you assume that you were just going to watch
I wasn't knowledgeable enough. I wasn't like as many battles as I had watched, and as many, like, looking back now I can look at it and see it that way. In the moment, like I told you, off that one battle from Boston, I got all the, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't somebody that came up in a grind time circuit. I wasn't inside a circle or the circle, you know what I'm saying? I was that kid from Boston with the crazy wordplay. So I didn't know how to receive or interpret a lot of the things that I saw and a lot of the things that were happening. So when I left the battle,
you're just like, oh, good battle.
I was just like, yo, I can't wait to see Summer Madness 2. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
You know
what I'm saying? That's literally those were literally my thoughts. And even in people recapping and stuff like that and saying how crazy the battle was, it was, people said that about M City. People said, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't like I hadn't heard it before, and I wasn't expecting the impact to be what it was. But when it dropped, and then you got the Kevin Durant's, the Alchemists, the Joe Buddens, the Just Blazes, the in my mentions, and going from 2,000 followers to 9,000 followers in a week, and like certain things that was happening to me, I was like,
it's different. This is different. It's crazy.
This is
So were you like, did you still not get it, or you were just like, damn, I guess everyone liked it?
It set a weird precedent for me, because then I think part of me expected for my Magic battle and my DNA and like battles after that to have a similar effect, and it didn't.
That happened.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, so in this thing, in this era of battle rap, it's like 4 or 5 battlers that have hundreds of kids. Like the first one was Thesaurus.
Facts.
You can hear it in everybody's style. They rapping, they rhyming like him. They even using his mannerisms and vocal inflections. Second one was Conceited.
Facts.
Bunch of kids doing punchlines, and then they're rhyming their next bar after the punch to kind of keep that flow going.
Transition,
and they're going, yeah. And in between there is you. Where did that style come from, man? Like, because a lot of people, like the majority of battle rap started doing that after JC versus Chilla.
Right. It literally came from Mook and Lux. And it was literally me in my head, like I told you when I first watched that battle. And the back and forth, my thought process was I want to be a fusion of Mook and Lux. So I wanted to have Lux's wittiness, and slick with his wordplay, and but then you want to be a hero for the bread and the cheese. Well, roast the beef, hit him with hot peppers, and slice his onions. So please don't let us while y'all play catch up. You know what I'm saying? That was the first scheme that made me go, wait, rewind that? What do you want to be a hero? Yo, that's a sandwich, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as dumb as it sounds, like, that was when I had that moment that I feel like a lot of people, when they watch me for the first time, they have that moment.
So when you
they
battled
see
JC, there was no like thing in your preparation where you're like, I'm gonna go super in. It just came out like that.
What made me want to go super in with JC was I thought he was arrogant. And I didn't like that. I felt like in watching him versus Time Bomb and him versus Luciano Crack and him versus Rosenberg Raw, I was like, yo, he's super arrogant. And he's not that good. I can beat him. And then that was kind of the first moment where I had where it's like, you watch somebody on YouTube or whatever, and you think what you think, and then you stand in front of them.
Yo.
And it's a different energy standing 41. In front of, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Warbucks. I always go back to that. He said, "Think you on my level until you actually battle me." That shit's one of the realest quotes in battle rap, because you see somebody online, it's not the same feeling as in person
at all. You know and I've had countless moments where I've thought, and I can tell you who, Arsenal, Disaster. I've had countless moments where I've been like, I can probably beat them. And then I'm standing in front of Diz and standing in front of his energy, and I'm like,
right.
I didn't
You ain't signed up
I didn't
for
know. Yeah. My bad. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like part of Disaster's first round versus me, part of Arsenal's second round versus me, Matt's third, JC's third, Real Deal second. You know, seeing people and their special powers and what they do best on camera and standing in front of it is totally different, bro. And I that's one thing I feel like up and comers don't understand. And I try to tell them all the time, the ones that I communicate with, like, bro, just realize, I know you think you can beat A, B, and C, but when you're standing in front of one of their rounds that is sharpened and prepared for you, you don't know what that pain is like. It's you will feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
go ahead.
Yo, I'm you know, veer the conversation, but so you want to go first?
Well, no, I was gonna say we coming up towards that
right
mark.
All right,
you know
so
all
right, I got a good segue.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
So I was online. And this happens more than once, but I recently arguing. You know how I do in KOTD. I argue with these motherfuckers because I like sending them. But But I was going back and forth with some kid that says Chilla can't rap on a beat. I was like, have you heard Chilla rap on a beat? He was like, no, but he's Chilla. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So a lot of people don't even know that you make music. And I'm trying to tell them, like the motherfucker, he sounds just as good as I do on the track. So I think one thing that you've been saying this whole time is I've been focusing on my music. I don't think you really put it out there for the people to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one, it's not out there. Two, they don't know how good you are at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I guess we should go out with you saying, get the music.
Facts.
Get the merch.
Yeah. You know, www.chillajones.com. Welcome to Boss Town is my last release, 2014. Go pick it up. All original music. I can rap on a beat. Go see why. New merchandise launching soon. The Master Bar shirt that I wore with John the Don at Phase 17. D-Rec has one. Be like D-Rec. Yeah, man. Go to the website for anything that has to do with Chilla Jones, man. Merchandise, music, mixtapes, battles, all that.
Chilla Jones, was great having you.
It was a pleasure, my friend.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 because them stories they woke me up. You know, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But them stories woke me up. Gat, man. Maybe he needs to resurrect, man.
I heard he was, but I don't know what happened.
We'll see, man. Shout out to Boston. Chilla Jones Part 2 coming soon, where we're going to get into the nitty gritty. But it's great to get the old. People always ask you, oh, this battle and that battle.
Yeah.
It's great to just hear the come up story,
That's
man.
a fact.
It's great, man.
That's a fact.
Redirect Podcast, RE.
40, I love you.
Like an email.
40 bars, I love you.
Facts. I love 42.
No,
That's
this
mo-
is
that's
real.
Mother Wordplay.
This is real. I love you.
Yeah, y'all, you got something else going on, but shout out Mother Wordplay. And yeah, that's it. Don't forget to redirect. Holla.